Like,
So I am Shubham, and I am basically from Delhi.
mhm.
And I have done my graduation in mechanical engineering, and I'm currently working in a real estate company where I'm
Okay,
working as an analyst there. So I am here because I want to gain some experience and some tools and skills to play with big data.
correct.
Right now, I have already work in Excel and all, so I want to gain some skills to play with,
Excellent.
yes,
Excellent.
SQL and Python and all.
Sure, sure. So, what about SQL? Have you done SQL earlier?
Yeah, in my personal capacity, I have done, but not in a professional
Sure,
settings.
sure. No worries. So, what we are going to do is we have a pre-recorded session of SQL, right? So, you like will be taking ahead for you, like, we'll be starting with Azure fundamentals
Okay,
on next
okay,
Sunday, which
okay.
doesn't need any type of coding. It is
Hmm.
core different project process and software applications. It doesn't need any sort of coding, and all the prerequisite will be taught by us. And
Okay.
you'll be learning about what are big datas,
Hmm.
how do we handle them, how do we store them, and then when we come to the processing part, then
Hmm.
we'll start with the Python, PySpark, big data handling, big
Hmm.
data processing. Each and everything will be taught by us. So
Okay.
meanwhile, yeah, Tanya, you can take it ahead from here.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, welcome everyone. And I have also listened to all the experiences you people carry, and I can say that now you people are in the very right place, right? So if you want to move ahead, you all have the added advantage of your previous experience. Some knows Power BI, some knows other visualization tool, and some has the experience of data analyst, right? So there's actually a very good platform for you to now move to Azure data engineering part, right? And we are there to help you with each and every aspects of Azure, and will be there with you till the end you get a job, right? Even in your job, if you face any difficulty and you need any kind of guidance or assistance, we are always there for you. Okay, so let's start this session for today. Okay, so you are going to be trained by the trainers of Skill Heist, right? And Skill Heist is an edutech startup, and we basically aim to fulfill the bridge, because as of now in the market the demand of Azure, it's on a very high end, right? And the supply or the people who are trained with Azure data engineer are on a very low side, right? So the demand is on a higher side and the supply it's on a very lower side, right? So we are there and we are trying to fulfill that gap, right? And that's why we have started this Skill Heist, right? So from who all you are going to learn, it's me. I'm Tanya Jaggi Punia, and I have working in the industry since last 9 years. I have worked with many technologies, and I've worked with the big firms also, like I've worked with Practo, Misho, and currently I'm working as a Azure data engineer manager in one of the MNC. Right, so I also used to train people and also used to conduct the interviews for my company. And then we have Ashutosh sir, who were actually who already introduced himself before. So he's also working as a in Azure data engineering. Also, only he's working. He is also working in an MNC. So he is going to teach you with the Python skills, right? And I'm going to train you with the Azure. And the SQL part, I'm going to take yours. And then we have Mohil sir with us, right? He's also working as a data engineer in an MNC. So few part of Azure, he's going to teach you, like Azure Data Factory, sorry, Azure Databricks and PySpark. So he's the one who's going to train you on all such skills, right? Yeah. So basically, as we are saying Azure data engineering, Azure data engineering. So first of all, we should understand that what data exactly means, right? And why data is very important. So the demand of Azure data engineering came into picture, right? So as you know, whatever things you feed, where it's in your Facebook, if you are creating account of your Facebook, of your Instagram, or in any other website, right, you have to fill some of the information of yours, right? And that information is basically a data, right? So data can be in any format. Data can be in form of numbers, can form of text, images, or videos. It can be an organized way, it can be in unorganized way, right? So data can be in any form, right? So we are the persons who are basically going to take this data up, right? We are going to understand the requirement that the client wants and to deal with data, right? If the data it's an unorganized way, we first have to put it into an organized way. We have to apply some filters, some technologies, some transformations, right? And then we have to provide a complete no and we have to actually drive the knowledge out of that particular data, and then we have to deliver it to the business team so they can actually take that data, read that data, and can take the important business decisions, right? So this is how we came into picture, and that's why this is how data is coming, and we came into picture. And data is increasing day by day, right? If you go to Instagram or you go to Facebook or you go to YouTube, right, each and every day the subscribers are increasing and increasing, and n number of subscribers are increasing day by day, right? So we need some kind of a platform where we can store the data, right? And that, and then the clouds came into picture, right? This is how it goes. We move to other slide. Okay. So as I said, that to store such data, we need a platform, right? If I have a laptop, my laptop has a limited storage account, right, for to store my data, right? If I'll go to Google Drives also, it has a limited storage amount to store my data. But as the data is increasing day by day, we need a large volume of storage where we can store our data. And then the clouds came into picture. So what is cloud? Cloud is a nutshell refers to a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or a personal computers, right? So cloud is basically a remote server where you host your data, you put your data, and it is secured and it is saved over there, and that is managed by the cloud itself, right? So the technology which we are going to learn, Azure is basically a cloud platform itself. So in the market recent days, there are basically three cloud platforms. One is the Azure, which is hosted by Microsoft. It's called as Microsoft Azure. Then we have GCP, it's Google Cloud Platform, and it says it's hosted by Google. Then we have AWS, it's Amazon Web Server, and it's hosted by Amazon, right? But the demand of AWS and GCP as the demand as the supply, right? So they are equivalent to each other. But when it comes to Azure, the demand is on a higher side and the supply is on a lower side, because each and every company is working with Microsoft Teams, and you have Microsoft Words and many other technologies of Microsoft, right? You are saving your data in the Microsoft clouds, right? So that's why to integrate all that software to your cloud directly, the
Tanya.
company, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
please
I
continue.
would like to add some points here. So why Azure is on top is like in every each and of all the companies, Microsoft Outlook is there, Teams for notification is there, Microsoft Offices are being used. So as Azure, being a Microsoft products, it gives a added advantage for the company in terms of pricing, compatibility, integrations, each and everything. So looking at that benefit nowadays, every year nearly 4 lakh companies are moving to Azure. As Tanya already said, AWS is at a stagnant position. Yes, AWS was a leading player and having holding more than 50% of shares, but they are not increasing according to the market standard, and now and the job lies where the trend increases. So Azure being opted by many, therefore it proves that there will be more jobs into Azure, right? So that's why what happens is when demand is high and supply is less, you can earn more packages because you are more demanded person by that period of time. So those sort of skills having nowadays in profile works as a cherry on the top, and for recruiters they look for those kind of people who have those added like skills which are maximum in demand right now. So it also will help you to gain more and more packages. Even some of our students have got more than 100% of hike on their current packages just because the people are less and demand is increasing day by day. And as Tanya already told, cloud is nothing but a rented computation and a storage processor. Like you are just renting a storage from a big leading players and a computation power from there, because our traditional system cannot store more than a limited 1 TB, 2 TB data. You need to have more servers around you. So, but managing a server is a very difficult task. That's why you rent it accordingly to your convenience. Right, Tanya?
Yeah,
Can you take it ahead from now? From
sure,
here?
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so as Ashutosh rightly mentioned, that cloud is nothing but a rental space to save your data, right? So if we take the example of our own Google Drives, right? So if our Google Drive is completely filled, then we get an option that if you want to purchase more storage, you just have to pay this much of amount for every month, and then we can increase the storage account for yours, right? In the same way for cloud also it happens. So if the company is has taken any cloud for rent and now they want to increase the storage for themselves, they just have to make some extra payment for that, and the storage account will be increased for them, right? And it is basically handled by the cloud itself, so they are not means if you are renting any cloud, then it's completely to actually take the security of it and to scale that cloud for yours and everything to keep your data securely and to process it in a very optimized way. These are the processes that the cloud platform itself does, right? So you don't have to be worried about that. If I'm renting something, then next what? Everything will be conducted by them, right? So we'll move further. So as we already mentioned that what Azure data engineering is all about, right? So it's a technology that is in boom right now in the market, and we are going to help you with each and every aspects of Azure data engineering, right? So in Azure, as we have Azure Data Factory, Databricks, Azure HD Insights, Azure Steam Analytics, then we have Azure Synapse Analytics, Azure Data Lake Storage, and many more, right? So data engineering is nothing but it's just an ETL thing that you have to do. You have to extract, ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. So you have to extract the data from a source. You have to transform the data as per the requirement, and then you have to load it into a destination. Right. So basically, you are the one who are going to play with the data. You are the one who are going to actually make a meaningful insight of a raw data, and you have to provide that to the business team, as we mentioned, right? So earlier, Ramesh, as we were discussing that the Power BI went the demand of Power BI went down in the market, right? But now it's again up. So the reason for that is Azure Synapse Analytics, right? So Azure Synapse Analytics is a platform which has the integration tool for Power BI itself to create the dashboards, right? So earlier the company was switching to Synapse Analytics, but it has its pros, it has its cons also. So now the companies are again moving back to the other Azure platforms, and that's the reason that the Power BI demand is again in the market. right? And as you people already have the visualization tool experience, that will be an added advantage for you. Once you move to the Azure, you'll get to know that how it is added for you, right? So yeah. So now the people basically gets confused that why they should go for data engineering and not data science, right? Because this demand of data science in the market is not that much as you have for data engineering. So if in a particular company, if you have 10 data engineers working for a project, there are only two data engineers, sorry, data scientists, right? Because for data scientists, you have to train a model, you have to create a model in such a way, and then you just have to monitor it out. So to monitor a model, only two or three people are required, right? But if you have to work on the data on a daily basis, then you need more number of people. So you can see over here only. So this, it's 16,954 jobs are currently for data engineers in India itself, right? But if you
Data
go,
scientist.
oh, sorry, data scientists, but if you go to the data engineers, you can see the difference. Like it's 1,36,524. So you can see the huge difference between the requirement or demand of data science and data engineers, right? That's why we always says that data engineers are in boom right now.
It is the
So
smartest way to enter to the industry, and it won't limit you to work on any data science project. Even if you enter to the industry being a data engineer, you will definitely get to work on data science projects. It is the smartest and a clever way to enter industry and working on data science AI projects. That's all what I can say.
yeah. So Ashutosh can actually give you, if you can give more insights on this, Ashutosh, because you have the experience of both data science and data engineering. So if you can guide
Yes,
them a little more
so
on that.
I have already worked as a data scientist also. So I have worked for insurance and healthcare. I was there in Flipkart in Bangalore headquarter. I was with Misho, and later, when I came to know like data science have some limitation and the syllabus is increasing day by day. There's all the industries are using their uh, own libraries, like which are like not in a standard curriculum. You won't find until you give their interview. So that make it little complicated for me to switch to a new job and everything. But later on, when I figure about data engineering, it has a limited syllabus and demand is massive. Even like after post 1 or 2 years, if you want to switch, you don't need like more than a month to give a brush up. It is just like 15 days to 30 days of time. You'll revise each and every concept of data engineering and switch to a new job with a higher package. You just need to go deeper and deeper just for the data understanding. Majorly, what important is you need to understand the data business, what business is expecting from you, and then the technology is not that difficult in all the clouds. Cloud is just pull and push, drag and drop sort of thing. You'll understand it very easily, and the two programming languages which are required are not required in advanced level. SQL, we just need to do intermediate level, and for Python also we don't want to go up to OOPS level. It's just simply before OOPS, just exception handling, and later some libraries, NumPy, Pandas, and each and everything will be done in PySpark only, right? So it makes your path easier and getting higher salaries. So I don't think like I usually say it is the smartest way to enter to the industry. And as you can see, the demand, it's like 1,36,000, and it's even more. Some of the companies have not mentioned it. Like if you go to Azure, if you want to find a freelance work also, you'll see Upwork, Fiverr, they are giving $100,000 for a single project duration of you can say 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, like more than $100,000 also projects you'll see. So I would request like just lay back and learn each and every concept and follow Tanya ma'am as she said, because she has also mastered like major interviews. Like she has recently fetched like 45 lakh of package from the industry, and like she has trained multiple students who are getting 25 lakh, 30 lakh, like easily. Even one of our student was working on 8 to 10 lakh earlier, and just now he has fetched nearly 21 LP of package, more than 100% hike. In our first batch, just one or two student, because they were not that focused, they dropped in between, being a very honest, just they were left. And apart from them, each and everyone is placed as of now. So we are moving nearly 95 to 100% of success rate till now. So if you follow Tanya ma'am and Mohit sir, me, you'll not be laid back. So yeah, Tanya, you can take it up.
Yeah. So yes,
Especially, I have a one question here.
Sure,
So
sure.
I want to know about this, that how tough is to move in this profile without the technical education background? Because
Hmm.
me and Ramesh both don't have the technical education background,
Hmm.
but have the experience. So can we move into this data engineering profile also?
Definitely, definitely. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even if you if you talk about the coding languages, SQL is very basic. It is like the first programming language everyone learns. And if you watch our videos, like even students from 10th and 12th are following, and they are saying, ma'am, the way you have taught, no one have taught us before. We teach in so basic layman languages, giving layman examples. You'll be able to relate it. You'll be able to do it. And yes, we'll be giving you assignment, assessments, and we won't move a step ahead until unless you are capable of moving ahead. So that's our dedication to each of our students. Second, you just need Python, and Python is a hype, and Python is a very easy language as of now. JavaScript and Python are the most easiest language of the industry,
Hmm.
and we don't need to go into oops concept. So the major development is not going, we are not developers, so we don't want to move deep into Python programming and build programs. And we just need to handle data, we just need to automate some part of work, so that data manipulation, data transformation can be done. We need to define a function which is very easy, so that whenever the data comes, it automatically moves to the, because once the code is made, the data automatically will be getting transformed. You just need to maintain that code. If new data set come, if some changes in data, then only the code will break. Otherwise, the same code, once the development is being done, then the same code is being run throughout the period of time. So it is very easy, and you'll find it so convenient being from non-IT. I have student who was in 12th, and he just like for the summer vacation last year, he just did some this cloud project. Now he's earning from freelance Fiverr. We'll
Okay.
call
Mhm.
alumni later in batches. So you'll come to know, even like there's so much of demand. Whenever you'll put your resume, putting Azure data engineer and Databricks, PySpark, you'll see like thousands, your profile will be viewed weekly by thousands of recruiters, and every day you'll get minimum 4 to 10 calls. Minimum, I'm saying. You'll be exploded with calls. So that's what the demand is, and that's what, like how easy this concept is. That's why I'm continuously saying it is the smartest way to enter to the industry, and many of the people don't know.
Right.
So you are the at the right place in the right time. That's what makes it important.
What's
Right
the age
choice
of your
made.
startup of this skill has?
Pardon?
What's the age of your startup there, from how long you are running?
3 years. Three
Okay.
years. Yeah, when we came back from Bangalore and we got married, then later we started.
Okay. Cool.
Earlier we have trained in corporate also, but we were not that like online. So, but we thought later, why not to bring it online and move it ahead. And skill heist majorly focuses on the niche skills. Like we are planning to expand also, but we are majorly focusing on the niche skill. Like we'll be later launching some blockchain courses also, which are not there in industries, right? We'll be launching course on Solidity. These are some niche courses which are demanded by specialized, like you can say, industries, and will be in huge demand. This standardized training institute will never teach this. That's why we have not taken data science course, because it is very common nowadays. Everyone is like teaching, and they don't have that standard also. But yeah, we'll be coming up with such type of courses which are high in demand and least available in the market. So that's what our main aim was for starting this startup, to bring up those niche skills which are not there in other institute, and like more easily available. You'll come to know when you'll enter into industry, you'll come to know the industry is evolving day by day. Like in
Mhm.
even if I talk about Azure also, there are if you have heard about Synapse is there, right?
Mhm.
Fabric is there. One tool is
Right.
coming, Fabric. So it
Mhm.
is also very more like convenient, and nowadays research is going on. Later, when the research is being published, we'll definitely be launching this Fabric course into our skill heist. And we have more things coming up later, and later you'll come to know. So our aim is, once a student enters our startup, they'll never be left behind in the industry. You'll be learning new and new technologies every now and then, and getting promotion each day by day, like yearly, at least yearly, and working into new projects. You'll be the one in the industry saying that, yes, sir, I know this technology and I can work on it. That's how you move ahead. That's how the progress comes. Getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over to you, Tanya.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, the one more reason to start Skill Heist was that we ourselves used to take the interviews for our company, right? And then also we came to know that people are not very confident on this particular thing, or there's a very less uh what you can say people available on the market who can basically fulfill the requirements that we want, right? So that's when we came into picture, and we decided that okay, let's start, because we are the person who wants that okay, the people are not aware of such technologies, but let us make them aware of, and we can also put our experience forward and we can help them out. So that is one of the other reason to start with Skill Heist, right? Because people nowadays they want to grow, but they don't basically know the path, right? That what is the right path for them. Like as you said that you have an experience in Power BI, right? So you must be thinking that I have the experience of Power BI, what next? Right now I'm working as a visualization person or a Power BI developer, but what next? What means if I want to increase myself, or if I want to get promoted or switch to some other position, then which is the right position for me where I can incorporate my Power BI experience also. So we are here to fulfill that gap and to help everyone, right? So okay, let me move further. So we have already completed this, that why Azure data engineering. So as we said that it is rising industry demand, cloud domains is there, it is scalable and flexible. You have to do real time analysis, right? So as you can see, right, so you can see cloud technology is the second most highest demand. So sometimes when software development also means few of the industries basically provide you with a designation of software developer advisor or a software developer cloud developer, right? So that also comes into sometimes software development. But if you see through
Yeah, yeah. That because like when there will be product, then only the data will generate, right? So there has to be software at a one place, and then the data will generate, and the demand of storage will increase. that is a common like you can think commonly like once the data is increased like software as YouTube is there, Facebook is there, each day new video is coming, and they have maintained 17 years back videos also. So how they have managed it, they have put it on a cloud server, they have their own cloud servers. But for the small and medium sized company, they cannot afford a like on server rooms, so they rent. uh, that's why no industry want to lose data. None of the industry, because data is a new oil. They need to refine it so that it becomes black gold, and then the data is being used as decision for decision making, which helps the company grow, right? So for storing those data, cloud comes into picture, and like next 10 to 15 years, cloud will be on the like top second most priority for every job, like you can say corporate. You'll come to see in sooner days, you'll find it out. Yeah, over to you, Tanya.
Thank you. So yeah, you were asking that what all we are going to cover in this particular course, right? So we are going to cover with Python SQL. So the initial will be SQL, and then we'll move to Azure, with which we'll continue with Python itself. So in Azure, we are going to learn with Azure Data Lake, Azure Databricks, SQL database, Data Factory, Spark, PySpark, and Spark SQL. So when we are going to learn with PySpark, we are going to learn with Python. Azure Key Vault. So Key Vault is nothing but it's a place where you have to manage all your secrets, right? Or your passwords. Then we have Azure Logic Apps, we have Azure DevOps. So DevOps, if you are in any industry, you must have heard about CI/CD pipelines, right? Or a pipeline that carries, because in project there are three different environments we used to work with. One is the development, the other is a QA or a UAT. UAT stands for user acceptance testing. So either you call it as QA or some used to call it as UAT. And then you have the final, that is production, right? So you first start with the development, you create all your codes in the development phase, and then you transfer your code to the other UAT and the prod environments, right? So the process to actually transfer your code from the one environment to the other, that is being built, that for that a pipeline has been built which is called a CI/CD. So CI/CD stands for continuous integration and continuous deployment or development, right? And in that, basically we transfer our code from the one environment to the other. So that work is done under Azure DevOps. So we are going to help you with Azure DevOps. Then we have Azure Synapse. So Synapse is a particular platform in which you can actually do the data bricks work. You can do a data factory work also, and there are some integrated softwares to actually create the dashboards, right? Then we are going to help you with real-time end-to-end project, which are as per the industry standards. So once you go for any interview, they are definitely going to ask you some real-time scenarios, right? To test that whether you really have worked on it or not, right? Because you can learn the theory and you can sit in the interview, but they'll treat you like they'll give you some real time scenarios, and then you have to answer them. So that knowledge will only be coming to you when you are be very thorough on what we are teaching, if you follow each and everything, when you practice it, and also when you do the projects which we are going to teach you, right? If you need any help with the resume preparations, we are there to help you with that also, and we have 100% job assistance, right? So these are the things that we are going to help you with. And yes, as Ashutosh were rightly mentioned, the right decision is the wrong decision if it's made too late, right? So I can say it's not too late for you people. It's the very right time for you to start with Azure, and we are definitely there to help you out with each and every aspects. So from the first day till the day when you get the job, we are there with you, right? We are going to help you with some assessments. So we are going to take the test of yours. We are going to give you the assessments. Then we'll provide you with the mentorship programs also. We are going to take your interviews. right? Mock interviews and some written interviews will also be there. And we have our alumni who have already got placed, right? So they are also going to help you with how they have actually means how skill highs help them, and what things they have taken care of, right? What they have done to get a good job in the industry. And they can help you with that part also. And if you face any difficulty, if you are solving any of the questions, right, whether it's SQL, whether it's Python, or you are working with Azure, and you face any difficulty, so you can directly paste it in the groups in which we are going to add you. And in that group we are also added, and few of our alumni are also added, and the mentors are also added, right? So any one of us are definitely going to reply you back. And in that group, basically the students who are giving the interviews, right, they used to post the interview questions also. So many a times we used to have an interview discussion also over the groups, that okay, if someone says that I have conduct means I set in an interview, I faced an interview, and these are the questions were asked to me, and out of this, these are the questions in which I face difficulty, or I'm not sure whether the answer which I've provided was right or wrong, or they need some accurate answer for that particular question. So we always help them out, right? And yesterday I'll let you know that in yesterday class only we had a discussion on few of the interview questions, right? So it's not that we only help you with the technical interview questions also, but if you go to a managerial round, they are going to ask you some managerial interview questions also. So yesterday's class we were actually discussing on the technical part also, and into the managerial part also. So each and everything you should know, right? Because it's like always they are going to ask you the scenario based questions, right? So how you have to handle them, how you basically have to understand that what they're exactly looking out for. If they have given you some scenario, so how you have to answer them, right? So as we rightly say that no answer is right or no answer is wrong, correct, when it comes to a techno manager round. But you should understand that what exactly they are looking for, and what kind of answer you should give, right? So it will give a good impact of yours. And if they're asking some question, what is the requirement they are basically looking out from you, right? Like if you are a team player or not, if you understand the concepts or not, how serious are you for your designation or this role, right? So how you have to basically do a hit on that, right? And yeah, so all these things also we are going to help you with. Any doubts, anyone? Or Ashutosh, would you like to add few points on this?
I think we have a batch. So can you just fastly like show them how the Azure like overview, just an overview of Azure?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah, then we'll wrap it up and take up questions if they have.
Okay, sure. So is my screen visible? I hope, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is how the Azure platform basically looks like, right? So in this only we have each and everything as we said. But to start with any work in Azure, we first have to create a resource group, right? So resource group, it's basically a place where we put all our data, right? Or it's a what you can say, a bag kind of thing where you can put multiple things, right? So in your bag you can put your laptop, your chargers, your headphones and everything. So right, your bag, it's your resource group. So the same way we have a resource group in Azure. Then we have data factory, in which we are going to do our orchestration part. So orchestration is basically the data transformation, the ETL thing that we are going to do. So we are going to create the pipelines in it. The pipelines will have some logics. There are multiple activities for this particular assumptions. Okay. So there are multiple activities we are going to work with in Azure Data Factory, right? As per the requirement, you have to create the pipelines, and you should know that which activity will come into place for which particular purpose, right? So we are going to help you with that part as well. So see, these are the activities you have basically, right? You have copy activity, then you have data flow activity. Then if you want to attach the synapse, you have synapse notebook activity, right? Then we have Azure Data Explorer activities, Azure functions we have data breaks over here. Then in general, we have so many activities like we have delete, we have execute pipeline, then fail, get metadata, lookup, storage, script, show procedure, validation, and everything. Wait activity. So does anyone knows what store procedure is? If you have worked with SQL a bit also, you should know it.
Yes, stored procedure. No, with the help of stored procedure, we can execute the queries.
Correct. So store procedure basically is used when there's a particular query which you need for two or more purposes, right? So the same query you have to execute again and again, right? So rather than writing that query again and again, we basically put it into a store procedure. And whenever that query is required, we just call our store procedure and we run it. So our query gets run, right? So the same way we used to do in Azure itself, right? So this is how we are going to run and learn. And over here, we have multiple things. We have chain data capture, we have data sets, data flows. Then we have integration runtimes, and we have link services. We have to understand that whether the cloud, it's a on-premise cloud or it's a other cloud, how it is. So we'll let you know that what on-premise basically means, right? So each and everything we are going to teach you over here, right? So this is data factory. Then then we have other things also available, right? We have storage account. So storage account is basically, as we were mentioning about Azure Data Lake Gen 2, right? So it's basically where we used to store our data. And there are multiple formats in which we used to store our data. The file either comes in a CSV file or a Parquet file or a Avro file or JSON file. So we are going to understand that which file means what and which is the best suited file to basically store the data in it, right? Subscription is nothing but what subscription you are basically handling. So for first month, you basically gets the free subscription, and later on you have to pay as per the usage. So we basically try to help you that you don't have to pay much amount of that, right? Then we have Azure Databricks, in which we are going to work with, means in this only we are going to do all kind of transformation and the PySpark, the Spark SQL, and Spark is basic. Apache Spark is basically going to use in Azure Databricks. So Azure Databricks will be taken care by Moil sir. So he's the one who teaches Azure Databricks, right? Then
Sorry
we
to
have.
interrupt here, Tani. Actually, I just wanted to know about the Azure Database as this is mentioned in the catalog. So,
Mhm.
in Office, sometimes we have to connect the data through the Snowflake, either through the Databricks.
Mhm.
So, in the part of Databricks, I just want to know it will cover only the basic part, either it will also
No, no,
give
it'll cover
required.
the advantage part also. So, as you said, the connections, right? So
Hmm.
the connections can be built in two different ways. Either you can build a connection using a data factory from the other sources, right? And you
Hmm.
can also establish a connection using Azure Databricks, right? So we are going to help you with both the parts, that if you have snowflakes or you have Oracle, you can say, or you have Cosmos DB, right? You have Salesforce or you have any REST APIs. So
Hmm.
using all such things, how you are going to make the connection between this platforms and basically Azure, right? And we are going to help you with both, that how you can establish the connection using the data factory pipelines, creating a pipeline in data factory, and how you are going to do it with the Azure Databricks also, right?
Okay, why I'm asking? Because I know only the how to connect to the
Hmm.
Power BI to database. That is
Hmm.
only. So that's why I'm asking. It will cover more part for the
Yeah, yeah,
database.
of course
Thank
it
you.
will connect, right? So you need different type of connections will be there, but yeah, definitely we are going to help you with all that stuff, don't worry. Then we have key vaults. As I said, that key vaults are basically to keep the secrets, right? So once you are creating any connections, you need to put some passwords in that, right? So it's not good enough, right? When you are entering your password, or if I have to share something with you, right? I don't basically prefer to share my passwords. So in key vaults, we basically go and create a secret keys, and in that keys we used to store our password, and that keys are basically provided to the other person to use it, right? So this is how the key vaults are work. SQL database is basically to maintain the data in SQL over here, right? So these are the services which we are going to help you with, and in and out, each and everything we are going to teach you. So don't worry about it, that how it goes and how you have to handle it. But each and everything we are going to help you with scratch, right? How to create a resource group, how to create a data factory, when a data factory is required, when a data bricks is required, right? What is the difference between both of them? In storage account also, you have multiple storages account, like you have blob storage, you have ADLS gen 2, then you have tables, you have in queues. So when which one is required, what is the difference between all of them? Why, if you are using ADLS gen 2, why you are using it, what is the added advantage of it, right? So each and everything we are going to help you with, right? And if you go through our drive, I'll take you through it, right? So we used to put the batch each and every day, whatever we are learning, we are going to record it and we are going to put it over here. And also, if you can see, we are providing you with some of the interview questions also, right? So basically in industry, whatever the questions are being asked, if I'll go to SQL only because few of you are aware of SQL. So yes, so if you see the sequel, we have mentioned 45 questions as of now, but day by day we are trying to increase it as per the industry, right? So from basics to mediate level and to advanced level, all the questions you can find it over here, right? And we are also going to provide you with some, okay, if I'll go over here. So we are helping you to learn from a presentation part, all of you, right? And why we are providing you with the presentation, because sometimes it's like they'll also ask you for the theoretical part, right? So when it comes to SQL, they are going to ask you that, do you know how many joins are there? What is the difference between all that joins? Do you know what is union? What is union all? Do you know what are window functions? What is the difference between all the window functions? Do you know what is CT? Do you know what is temp table? What is the difference between both of them? Difference between a where and a having clause, difference between a delete, drop, and truncate, right? How many means, okay, if so these are few of the questions which are basically asked in the interviews, right? What is a storage store procedure? How to build a store procedure, right? So these are the questions they'll ask you. So for that also, we do have a presentation that we basically provides you, so you can go through that presentation and can get a theoretical understanding also, right? So we want you to get both the understanding, the theoretically also and the practically also. But as Ashutosh sir rightly said, that you have to cooperate with us, right? You have to be on time, you have to learn it. And it's like we are always there to help you out, but you also have to make some efforts, right? Unless and until you make efforts, nothing can happen, right? We can push you as much as we could, but then it's up to you also. You also have to work hard with us, right? So practice, practice, and practice. So we can say only practice. So we are also working in industry, but still we used to practice a lot, right? And we used to keep ourselves focused that, okay, this is the particular thing which is coming into picture and we should learn it, right? There's one more governance tool which is few of the companies require, and it's actually came into the market in the year 2023 itself. And because I want that, okay, I should learn this and it can be an added advantage for me, and yes, I got the advantage of it, right? Because everyone is using a what you can say, Unity catalog. It's actually a governance part of Databricks, so everyone is using that only. But I learned a different governance tool, that is Azure Purview, which was recently launched, as I said, in the year 2023. But I found that, okay, let me learn this, right? So with very limited sources, I learned that particular platform or technology, And now in the project which I'm working, so they need Azure purview also, right? So that's why, as he said, that in the market, what package I'm getting, that is also an added advantage for me. That why I'm getting it. So you have to be very focused that what all technologies are associate technologies are coming in market. We are definitely there to help you, but you also have to keep your eyes open, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Any questions anyone has or any doubts anyone has? I'll just stop
So
sharing
Tani,
this.
after this class, can be done the ASA 900 certification?
Yeah,
Very
if
easily.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like AZ900 is just the fundamental, and even will provide you with some of the documents
Mm-hmm.
to go through it. And if you want to give up the certification, because one thing which we believe is like more than certification, our expertise matter. I have taken interviews of people having 4x Azure certification, like DP203, 900 also, and some others also, but they were not able to answer and work on the
Mm-hmm.
particular projects, right?
Okay.
So certificate is just a piece of paper. You need to be more hands-on, have some expertise, working back to back again and again, do reverse engineering, why this happened, why this failed, need to find out the logics behind it, then only you'll be succeeded. And certification is a side thing. Like you can easily master reading 10 15 pages of theories, and all the practicals which will be showing is way ahead than certification, way ahead. We'll be
Correct. Correct.
teaching you all those things which works in like how corporate works, how the projects are being done in corporates. We'll be teaching you accordingly.
I'm
And
totally agree with you, Ashutosh, but we are living in such a situation because कि जहाँ दिखता है वहाँ बिकता है, तो कुछ कंपनियों को
नहीं नहीं
सर्टिफिकेशन भी चाहिए
मैं
होता
बताता
है।
हूँ आपको, हम भी इसी इंडस्ट्री में हैं, हम भी उसी सिचुएशन में हैं। हमने सर्टिफिकेशन बहुत पहले किए थे, एक्सपायर भी हो गए। किसी कंपनी ने, हम भी इंटरव्यू देते रहते हैं अपने नॉलेज को टेस्ट करने के लिए, मैं बता रहा हूँ 95% कंपनीज ने सर्टिफिकेट कभी मांगा ही नहीं, कभी पूछा ही नहीं। तो ऐसा नहीं
And
है। सर्टिफिकेट सिर्फ दिखने के लिए है कि हाँ ठीक है आपने किया हुआ है, इट गिव्स यू अ some sort of 1-2% of advantage. Yes, you can do it, you should do it to add a badge on your profile.
हम्म।
It's good to have. I'm not saying you don't have, shouldn't have, but आप उससे आगे की फोकस करो कि हमें काम सीखना है,
Right.
हमें
Correct.
करना आना चाहिए, हमें चीजें हमसे हो जाए, बस कोई प्रॉब्लम क्वेरी आए हमारा दिमाग चल जाए कि अच्छा इसको ऐसे करते हैं, इसको ऐसे करते हैं। प्रोजेक्ट्स 3-3 महीने चलते हैं, 6-6 महीने भी चलते हैं, और जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको सब कुछ ही सिखा दिया जाएगा, समझ रहे हैं? ये
हम्म।
समंदर है, बट आपको इतना काबिल बना दिया जाएगा कि आप किसी भी इंडस्ट्री में जा सकते हो, आप नेविगेट कर सकते हो अपना रास्ता, समझ रहे हो? आप अपना रास्ता ढूंढ सकते हो आराम से कि कैसे करना है, क्या करना है। एंड फंडामेंटल, यू हैव लॉट ऑफ सपोर्ट इन कंपनीज। आप जब कंपनी में जाते हो 40-50% काम वहां भी सीखते हो, इवन सिक्सटी
बिल्कुल
परसेंट काम
बिल्कुल।
वहां सीखते हो, बिकॉज हर चीज का बिजनेस अक्यूमेंट बहुत जरूरी होता है हर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए, उसकी बिजनेस अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत जरूरी है। और जब भी किसी इंडस्ट्री में जाओगे, मेजरली 1 से 1.5 महीना 2 महीना आपको ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है प्रोजेक्ट पे।
बिल्कुल प्रैक्टिकल तो वही नॉलेज आता है,
हाँ
थियोरेटिकल तो हम बाहर ही सीखते हैं।
हाँ, थियोरेटिकल भी हम सिखाएंगे, प्रैक्टिकल भी हम सिखाएंगे, बट बिजनेस की अंडरस्टैंडिंग और उस थियोरेटिकल और प्रैक्टिकल को यूज कैसे करना है वो कंपनी बताएगी, समझ रहे हो? और तो सर्टिफिकेट ठीक है आप करो उसको, बट उसको प्रायोरिटी मत बनाओ।
ठीक है
सर्टिफिकेट
ठीक
के लिए मत पढ़ो, जॉब के लिए पढ़ो, प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए पढ़ो कि कैसे करना है, कैसे काम होगा। बस
ठीक
एक
है।
छोटी
आफ्टर
सी।
दिस क्लास हमें ऐसा तो नहीं रहेगा कि हमें कहीं और पढ़ने की जरूरत है, क्योंकि यहाँ पढ़ने के बाद वी
हम्म।
आर फुल कैपेबल की चलो ठीक है अब
हाँ,
हमारी
आप
जॉब लग सकती
इंडस्ट्री
है।
में एंटर कर सकते हो, आपको कुछ ऐसा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है। हाँ, कुछ इंटरव्यूज ऐसे आ सकते हैं जिसमें एक्स्ट्रा चीजें मांगी होंगी, बट हर चीज आनी हर किसी के पास नहीं, मतलब जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको
बिल्कुल
सब कुछ ही
बिल्कुल।
आता हो।
अग्री अग्री।
हम जो बंडल आपको दे रहे हैं, उस
हम्म।
बंडल के अंदर वो सब है जो आपको एक इंडस्ट्री में बिठा देगा। तो
ठीक है।
अपने को कभी कंफ्यूज मत करना, कभी ऐसा नहीं कि आप मैं ये भी कर लेता हूँ, मैं वो भी कर लेता हूँ। ठीक है, अगर आपके पास टाइम है, आपका पुराना सब क्लियर है, आपको वो अच्छे से आता है, 80-90% आपकी एफिशिएंसी है उसमें, 100% कोई भी नहीं होता, ठीक है। वो मैं ये भी नहीं कहता आप पहले इंटरव्यू में बैठोगे क्लियर हो जाओगे, आप मे बी आपको 7 लग जाए, 8 लग जाए, 5 लग जाए, 10 लग जाए, बट
बिल्कुल
ऑलवेज रिमेम्बर जब भी आप किसी इंटरव्यू में बैठो तो पिछले इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चंस लिखो और उस इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चंस को रिवाइज करो अगले इंटरव्यू के लिए, एंड देन यू विल फाइंड वन डे कि वो क्वेश्चन रिपीट होने चालू हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि सिलेबस लिमिटेड है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
गेटिंग मी?
हम्म।
तो ऐसा है, तो ये चीज हम बहुत मतलब इतना कोई ध्यान से, मैंने भी बहुत ट्रेनिंग्स ली है, बट जितना हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव ही यही है कि हमें फीस के बाद भी काम ज्यादा करना है, तो हमें वो सारी चीजें फोकस रखते हैं हम जब तक, अनटिल अनलेस आपको गिव अप नहीं करना है, बस आप लगे रहो, हमसे क्वेश्चन पूछो, करो वर्किंग आवर्स में, उसके बाद आपको आंसर मिलेगा 24 आवर्स के अंदर, जैसे ही कोई, और हम आपको एक एलुमनाई नेटवर्क में भी डालेंगे, कहीं डाउट आता है आपको इवन जॉब के बाद भी, तो भी आप उसमें पुश करो, वहां से आपको रिस्पॉन्स मिल जाता है जैसे ही जो अवेलेबल होता है, नहीं तो हम लोग उसमें रिस्पॉन्स बैक कर देते हैं टाइमली।
ठीक।
ठीक है, तो या तान्या, आई थिंक एनी अदर डाउट?
Yeah, for learning, can we create the free trial version account on Azure, and what's
Yes,
the duration?
we can do for a month.
Okay,
You just need
good.
a credit card for that,
Okay,
right? And an email ID. You can create a free trial account for a month.
Mm.
Yeah. And when it comes to SQL and Python, the software which will tell you to download, it's free of
yeah,
cost.
yeah, that we already have.
Okay.
तो
Yeah.
पाइथन में क्या पांडा और नमपाई इंक्लूड हो सकता है?
Yeah, some part of visualization also, seaborn
Ashutosh,
metallurgy.
please take care because you are the expert of Python.
बिकॉज पांडा पाइथन हम पढ़
Is
ही रहे हैं तो
Ashutosh
एटलीस्ट
there?
कवर ही कर दे उसे।
Uh, is Ashutosh there?
यस
Please.
यस, कैन यू रिपीट द क्वेश्चन?
माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट कि पाइथन को हम कवर करेंगे तो क्या
हाँ
उसमें पांडा और नमपाई को कवर कर सकते हैं?
हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल, नमपाई पांडास एक्चुअली अभी करिकुलम में नहीं है, बट ऑन योर रिक्वेस्ट अगर आपको रिक्वायरमेंट है, आई विल पर्सनली टेक अप फ्यू मोर क्लासेस एडेड टू टीच यू अबाउट नमपाई एंड पांडा, तो उसका कोई इशू नहीं है। इफ यू थिंक लाइक दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर योर, लाइक अगर आपको आगे चाहिए तो मैं उसमें, आप मेरे पास बहुत एडवांस करिकुलम पड़ा है नमपाई पांडास का, तो आई विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई टू हेल्प यू आउट विद दैट।
और जो आपने
And
ये सर डेमो भेजा था, डेमो क्लास में मैंने चेक किया, ये सीक्वल के ये टॉपिक्स थे, मैंने चैट पे ड्रॉप किया है सिर्फ
हाँ हाँ
सीक्वल के। तो सीक्वल एक्चुअली मैं 1 and 2 टाइम्स ऑलरेडी कहीं पढ़ चुका हूँ,
हाँ
बट
हाँ।
एडवांस लेवल का नॉलेज फिर भी मुझे नहीं आया, और अभी यहाँ काम करते हुए मुझे फील हो रहा है कि अब मुझे एडवांस लेवल का सीक्वल की जरूरत है। तो क्या सीक्वल मेरा कंप्लीट हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, या फिर स्टिल वो पेंडिंग पार्ट
नहीं नहीं
बना
नहीं
रहेगा?
नहीं, एक्चुअली देखिए, होता क्या है, क्वेरीज कॉम्प्लेक्स टू कॉम्प्लेक्स होती जाती है, राइट?
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
जहां भी अभी आपको वो कैसे होगा अचीव, मैं आपको बताता हूँ। हमेशा याद रखिए, जब भी आप कोई प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज सीखते हैं तो एक अपना अकाउंट बनाओ हैकर रैंक पे, एक अपना अकाउंट बनाओ लीड कोड पे,
ओके।
ठीक है? जब भी आपने सीक्वल सीखा, जितना भी सिलेबस हमने कराया, हमने एडवांस तक कवर किया हुआ है, उसमें सीटी सब है
हम्म।
लास्ट तक, स्टोर्ड प्रोसीजर सब। उसके बाद सीक्वल का अपना हैकर रैंक पे खोलो, एवरी डे प्रैक्टिस एटलीस्ट 5 क्वेश्चंस एवरी डे, दैट विल कीप योर लॉजिक्स अलाइव, क्योंकि जब हम दूर हो जाते हैं कोडिंग से तो वो हमारे
हम्म।
दिमाग से निकलने लगती है। तो
बिल्कुल।
हैकर रैंक पे अकाउंट बनाओ, जब 15-20 क्वेश्चन आपके हैकर रैंक के होने लग गए, फिर लीड कोड पे अकाउंट बनाओ और ट्राई टू डू 4-5 क्वेश्चन एवरी डे, एंड सेम गोज विद पाइथन। पाइथन में भी जितना आपको पढ़ाया जाएगा ऊप्स के अलावा, उसके हैकर रैंक पे अकाउंट बनाओ, लीड कोड पे अकाउंट बनाओ, एंड डू द सेम। मैं तभी कह रहा हूँ कि हम अपने एफर्ट करेंगे, लेकिन आपके एफर्ट हमसे ज्यादा होने चाहिए।
राइट।
समझ रहे हो? आप
बिल्कुल।
हमारे पास क्वेश्चंस के साथ आने चाहिए कि हाँ सर ये करा, यहाँ फंसे, ये फंसे, तो आपको खुद अपना, फिर आप ऐसे नाव के ऐसे हो जाओगे कि आप अपना खुद रास्ता निकाल लिया करोगे।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
ट्रेनर का काम आपको बस एक दिशा देना और उस दिशा पे सक्षम करना आगे तक, लेकिन जर्नी आपकी है।
हाँ ऑफ कोर्स, मुझे रास्ता दिखाने वाला चाहिए, रास्ता पे चलना वो मेरा
हाँ
काम
हाँ,
है।
वो बस वो
बिल्कुल।
अच्छे अच्छे रूट सब अच्छा नेविगेशन करके सब आपको हेल्प किया जाएगा सब पूरा। तो यू नीड नॉट टू डाउट अबाउट इट। आप बस सीक्वल पे जितना हम आपको पढ़ाए उसका अपना हैकर रैंक पे अकाउंट बना के प्रैक्टिस चालू कीजिएगा। और जैसे ही आपको सेल्फ पेस्ड क्लासेस मिल जाएंगी आपकी एनरोलमेंट के बाद, तो एनरोलमेंट जैसे ही आप करोगे आपको क्लासेस मिलेंगी, आप उसको करो। 4-5 क्लासेस होने के बाद आप अपना हैकर रैंक पे बना के देखो कितने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो रहे हैं, फिर आगे पढ़ो कितने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो रहे हैं। हम आपको थ्योरेटिकल नोट्स भी देंगे आगे, जैसे इंटरव्यू में हेल्प हो सके। उससे ऊपर कुछ नहीं है। बहुत
चलेगा।
मतलब इवन मैं बता रहा हूँ, जब 50-60 लाख तक के पैकेज के लिए जो जो क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं वो हमने 80-90% कवर कर रखे हैं। लेकिन ये नहीं है कि आपको इमीडिएटली मिल जाएगा वो। होपफुली कोई ऐसी प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी टारगेट कर लो आप, तो मिल जाए। उसके लिए हाँ एक चीज है, जैसे आप माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टारगेट करना चाहते हो तो उसके लिए तो बहुत ग्रिल करना पड़ेगा आपको, फिर डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स भी ग्रिल करना पड़ेगा। समझ रहे हो?
करेक्ट।
फिर वो अलग चीज है, वो एक टॉपिक ही अलग हो जाएगा। डेटा स्ट्रक्चर में जब डीप डाइव करना है तो दैट हैज डिफरेंट करिकुलम, उसका डिफरेंट कोर्स होगा। ठीक है।
ठीक है, थैंक यू एनफ।
हाँ, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
या इसमें ट्रेनर आप दोनों ही रहने वाले हैं या बाकी कोई और टीम मेंबर्स भी हैं?
हाँ, इसमें एक मोहिल सर है, एक अक्षय सर भी बीच में आएंगे CI/CD के लिए। और हम 4 लोग हैं अभी तो बेसिकली।
हाँ, क्योंकि मेरा ना एक बार स्टार्टअप्स के साथ एक बड़ा खराब एक्सपीरियंस था। डेटा साइंस का मैंने कोर्स ज्वाइन किया था, दे हैव लॉट ऑफ ट्रेनर्स, तो उसमें वो चेंज करते रहते थे हर वीक वाली कहानी। तो वैसा कुछ
नहीं,
तो
ऐसा ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा।
अभी तान्या ही पढ़ाएगी आपको अज्योर फंडामेंटल पूरे। डेटा फैक्ट्री आपको पूरा पढ़ाएगी, सीक्वल भी इन्होंने ही पढ़ाया है। पाइथन मैं पढ़ाऊंगा या मोहिल पढ़ाएंगे, फिर डेटा ब्रिक्स मोहिल पढ़ाता है। अक्षय CI/CD आपको डेवऑप्स पढ़ाएगा, प्रोजेक्ट्स मैं पढ़ाऊंगा। सारी चीज एंड में इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन भी मैं कराऊंगा, मॉक मॉक टेस्ट होंगे सब। मतलब वो सब अलाइंड है। अगर आपको लगे कि हम कुछ चीज समझ नहीं आ रही तो मेरे को बताइएगा, हम
अच्छा।
आपको फिर वो दोबारा री करवाएंगे।
हाँ, मतलब जहाँ से आपने स्टार्टअप का नेम पिक किया है, हाँ, आई थिंक यू आर फॉलोइंग दोज एथिक्स ऑफ प्रोफेसर ऑफ मनी है।
बस वही करना है।
बिल्कुल, यू डोंट लीव योर टीम मेंबर्स, है ना?
So basically,
नहीं,
he's our professor. Her
या,
skill heist professor is Ashutosh.
ओह ग्रेट।
हाँ,
हाँ, तो योर
बस
प्लानिंग
अपने को
इंटेंट्स आर सो स्ट्रॉन्ग कि वो प्लान बी प्लान सी है आपके लिए।
सब कुछ रखा है भाई। तुम
हम्म।
बस फोकस करते जाओ, तुम ही हमारे एसेट्स हो। तुम अपने सब स्टील कर लो जॉब्स मार्केट में, कोई और नहीं आना चाहिए।
ठीक है जी,
हाँ
थैंक यू सो मच।
Yeah. So
हाँ।
actually, जो ये concept आप देख रहे हो, this slide, right? So if we are going to provide you with this PPT also, right? This content also. So as you can see, if you cover this, then AZ 900 certification, you can go ahead and do it,
ओके।
एक्चुअल में
right?
हमारे लिए
It will be
सर्टिफिकेशन
very
इसलिए
easy for you.
रिक्वायर्ड है बिकॉज हम लोग टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड ऐसा सच ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, सो दैट विल ऐड सम ऑन फीट।
That's not a big deal. हमारा एक और student है who was a BCom graduate, right?
ओके।
And then he also got placed. So it's like if company ask you also, na, do you have any certificate? So you can say that I'm in process of doing a certificate. So it's like post joining also they'll give you 2 or 3 months of time that okay, will require the certificate, but post joining also you can do it. So if the company asks you for the certificate, they'll give you the time to complete it. Post joining also they'll give you the time, right? So it's not that they are companies are not very adamant for the certificates. Like they just test your knowledge, and if they find that yes, you are the right person to work with them, they don't ask you for the certificates. Okay. And someone was asking ki, if we complete this course, do we have to go to some other platform also to do it? So the answer is rightly said by Ashutosh. So for that also we do have one student. He was doing a course from IntelliPath, right? And he also faced very difficulty in that, and then he switched to Skillized, and now he got placed with 21 lakh of LPA, right? So he's a satisfied alumni of us. Right. So like this, we have many alumni who were actually trying to pitch the other companies, and now they got trained from us, and the help which we provided them, right? So now they got placed to their jobs, what they are exactly looking for, and yeah. now they are working in the industry, right? So I hope all your queries are being answered.
Yes.
Can we wrap it up now?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Stosh.
Okay, thank
Thank
you
you,
everyone.
everyone. Thank you all.